in a dramatic and controversial move, recent reports have emerged detailing a high-stakes U.S. military operation inside Iran, ostensibly launched to rescue a downed American pilot. However, the narrative is far from straightforward, with numerous questions and alternative theories circulating about the true objectives of this covert mission. The operation reportedly took place against the backdrop of escalating tensions between Washington and Tehran. The mission was aimed at retrieving a crew member of a U.S. F-15E Strike Eagle, which had been shot down over Iranian territory. The military strike involved a substantial deployment of American forces, including specialized aircraft like the MC-130J Commando 2, known for its capability to perform in hostile environments. Iranian officials, however, have cast doubt on the rescue narrative, suggesting that the operation was a cover-up for a more sinister intent. Esfahani, Iran's head of energy management, strongly hinted at ulterior or motives, questioning the scale and location of the U.S. deployment. He was quoted by RT News expressing skepticism about the operation's true purpose, stating 2 C-130 transport planes and multiple helicopters amounted to overwhelming force for a single-man mission. This statement highlights the disparity between the official U.S. explanation and the actual military footprint observed on the ground. Iranian military forces claim they intercepted and destroyed several U.S. aircraft involved in the mission, including 2 C-130 transport planes and Black Hawk helicopters. Iranian state media portrayed the operation as a failed attempt by the U.S. to assert dominance, with one unnamed senior official branding it a hasty escape plan staged under the pretext of a rescue mission. The official narrative from Tehran suggests that the mission's geography, uncomfortably close to strategic Iranian nuclear sites, was too convenient to ignore, further fueling speculation about possible ulterior motives involving Iran's nuclear program. Further complicating the story, open-source analysts have pinpointed the location of the U.S. operation, noting its proximity to key Iranian nuclear facilities. This has led to widespread speculation that the mission might have been a precursor to a larger strategy aimed at seizing enriched uranium from Iran. The Washington Post reported that President Trump was briefed on a risky plan to deploy ground troops into Iran to seize parts of Tehran's enriched uranium stockpile, a move fraught with operational risks and geopolitical repercussions. The U.S. government, meanwhile, maintains its stance that the operation was purely a rescue mission. However, the scale and complexity of the deployment, coupled with the intense Iranian military response, have led many observers to question whether there was more to the mission than meets the eye. In a statement, U.S. officials have defended the operation's scale as necessary for the SAF, 80 of their forces dismissing the nuclear angle as mere speculation. Adding to the drama, President Trump has publicly vowed to retaliate against Iran for its actions during the operation, escalating the rhetoric surrounding the conflict. His recent statements on social media platforms have been fiery, with threats to tighten control over the Strait of Hormuz, a strategically vital waterway currently under Iranian blockade. This incident has drawn significant international attention, highlighting the fragile and volatile nature of U.S.-Iran relations. As both sides trade accusations, the global community watches closely, aware that any further escalation could have profound implications for regional and global stability. The true intent behind the U.S. operation remains shrouded in mystery, leaving analysts and policymakers to ponder whether this was merely a misstep in a complex geopolitical chess game or a calculated maneuver with far-reaching consequences. In a complex and high tension scenario, recent reports have surfaced detailing a contentious U.S. military operation within Iranian territory. This mission was purportedly launched to rescue a downed American pilot, but the narrative is far from straightforward. Questions and alternative theories abound regarding the true objectives behind this covert operation. The backdrop for this mission is the escalating tension between Washington and Tehran. The operation aimed to retrieve a crew member from a U.S. F-15E Strike Eagle reportedly shot down over Iranian airspace. The military action involved a significant deployment of American forces, including the use of specialized aircraft such as the MC-130J Commando 2, renowned for its capability to operate in hostile environments. These aircraft, which are part of the U.S. Special Operations Fleet, are designed for low-visibility insertions and are equipped to handle complex missions. The deployment of such advanced technology underscores the high stakes involved, with each MC-130J costing over $100 million. Iranian officials, however, have cast doubt on the rescue narrative, suggesting the operation was a cover-up for more sinister intents. Esfahani, the head of Iran's energy management, has hinted at ulterior motives, questioning the scale and location of the U.S. deployment, he expressed skepticism about the operation's true purpose, stating 2C-130 transport planes and multiple helicopters amounted to overwhelming force for a single manned mission. This statement highlights the disparity between the official U.S. explanation and the actual military footprint observed on the ground. The Iranian military claimed they intercepted and destroyed several U.S. aircraft involved in the mission, including 2C-130 transport planes and Black Hawk helicopters. Iranian state media portrayed the operation as a failed attempt by the U.S. to assert dominance, with one unnamed senior official branding it a hasty escape plan staged under the pretext of a rescue mission. The official narrative from Tehran suggests that the mission's geography, uncomfortably close to strategic Iranian nuclear sites, was too convenient to ignore further fueling speculation about potential ulterior motives. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, asserted that the U.S. aircraft had violated Iranian airspace and were subsequently intercepted and destroyed by their forces. This assertion was accompanied by claims of using sophisticated electronic warfare and air defense systems to thwart the U.S. mission. The IRGC's narrative paints a picture of Iranian military prowess, suggesting a deliberate and effective response to American aggression. Adding to the complexity, reports emerged that President Trump had been briefed on a separate risky plan to send ground troops into Iran to seize portions of Tehran's enriched uranium stockpile. This plan, according to the Washington Post, involved flying an excavation machinery and constructor opting a makeshift runway to haul the uranium back out. The report described the proposal as fraught with operational risks, given the deep incursion into Iranian territory it would require. These details have led some observers to question whether elements of the uranium plan were quietly tested during the F-15E pilot rescue operation. Multiple outlets reported that roughly 100 U.S. troops flew into Iran aboard C-130s, capturing an abandoned airstrip near Isfahan, exactly the kind of foothold required for a ground uranium mission. Officially, Washington has insisted the operation was solely about rescuing the downed weapons systems officer, dismissing any suggestion of a nuclear angle as speculation and defending the scale as necessary for safety. Despite these assertions, the timing and execution of the operation have raised eyebrows. Just days before the rescue, President Trump had hinted at possible ground operations inside Iran, a timing that now casts the Isfahan mission as less of a one-off emergency and more of a potential live rehearsal for something larger. Trump's rhetoric has been notably aggressive, with reports of a profanity-filled post on social media threatening Iran over control of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical choke point for global energy flows currently under a severe blockade by the IRGC. The situation is further complicated by Iran's claims of having downed multiple U.S. aerial assets, including jets, drones, and cruise missiles. Tehran alleged the destruction of 2 MQ-9 drones and a Hermes drone in key provinces, while also claiming responsibility for hitting a USA-10 Warthog, with the pilot reportedly ejecting safely. These developments illustrate the high-risk environment in which the U.S. operation unfolded, as well as the potential for further escalation. In the aftermath of the mission, President Trump has remained defiant. His administration continues to assert that the operation was a necessary and justified response to the downing of the F-15E Strike Eagle. However, the Iranian narrative and the broader geopolitical context suggest that the mission may have been part of a larger strategic calculus, one that goes beyond the immediate objective of rescuing a single crew member. As the dust settles, the true intentions behind the U.S. operation in Iran remain subject to intense scrutiny and debate. While the official storyline focuses on the rescue of an American airman, the broader implications of such a high-stakes mission conducted in one of the world's most volatile regions cannot be ignored. With tensions between the U.S. and Iran showing no signs of abating, the potential for further confrontations looms large, raising critical questions about the future trajectory of this fraught relationship.